Good morning, my fellow yogic travelers. I'm mighty glad to be alive today, and I hope that you are too, as we continue to live, laugh, love, learn, linger, and live the life we love. It's Tuesday, so it's my song day. You know, the English invasion came over, and right after the Beatles, one of the first groups besides the Stones that made it big was the Dave Clark Five. Remember Glad All Over? But this is the other song that I liked. High key to sing early in the morning, but I'll do my best. Because it's right that I should care about you and try to make you happy when you're blue. It's right to feel the way I do because I love you. It's wrong to say I don't think of you, 'cause when you say these things, you know it makes me blue. Give me one kiss and I'll be happy. Just to be here with you. Give me a chance to be near you because I love you. Because I love you. So simple back in those times. Simple words, all about love. A lot of words with one syllables too. You notice that? All right, my friends, where are we today? Oh, the journaling persons. All right, for those of you who love to write about your stuff, are you the person you want to be? How are you the person you want to be? And how are you not the person you want to be? We all struggle with that view of ourself, of acceptance and recognizing the paradox of having aspects of ourselves that are surpassing excellence and aspects of ourselves that really need to be polished up and cleaned up, right? So, how are you the person you want to be? How are you not the person you want to be? You let me know, and I'll be glad to let you know. All right, so my teacher says, what gets the body's intelligence awakened? You got to work. If you don't work, there's a lot of disappointment, a lot of disillusionment, but hard work, 93% perspiration, 7% inspiration, right? Why do you go through such difficulty, which sometimes is humiliating when you fail joyfully, I always say? Is it some kind of perverted punishment that you think you deserve, so that you agonize over, why'd you begin this to begin with? Because you have the vision. Something inside you has shown you there's a road to possibility, but there's tax on it, and it's called practice. So hit the mat and find out. Now, my rabbi always says that harvesting or looking back and reaping all the benefits of your life has received short shrift in the old paradigm. Nobody talks about how important that is to enjoy, but it balances your worldly concerns with the here and now, and it approaches all experiences as tinged with an aspect of the divine, you could say, which is immanent, and embodied in all forms of physical existence. So that means the new spirituality doesn't separate this world and the other world, but considers this world a world of divine matter, worthy of love, as worthy of love as the transcendent realm. So rather than fleeing the so-called inferior world here, we're charged with the task of transforming it, protecting it, beautifying it. See the difference? Yeah. Now, one of the old models I like to talk about is what they call the puer and the senex, the old man and the young boy and the old man. And you might be a physical man in terms of how you've grown, but you become an old man when as a young man you accepted the vicious and castrating ideas that were often put out to you to shut you down, to shame you. And instead, you have to recognize that there's another inner elder, the Ancient of Days in you, that wise grandfather I always talk about, that wants to encourage you, that values you, that's loyal to you, that's committed to you, committed to protecting you, committed to caring for you, committed to fathering you, because he knows that inside you got that wild man, that spontaneous energy that wants to fly. Don't shoot that down. Respect it, cultivate it, enjoy it, admire it, and of course, bless it. Now, Gestalt psychology reminds us to look where you're stuck, the impasse. What's unpleasant in your life? Can you frustrate the avoidance of it? Can you find out what you avoid? Because that's the way it stays the same. You choose not to look at it, and then you're never held accountable to it. So that's one of the keys they say. What frustrates you? Look at what you're trying to avoid. Don't avoid it. Now, my Buddhist teachers are always reminding us that you're supposed to live the life of a refugee. Right at the beginning, they say, I take refuge in the Buddha, I take refuge in the Dharma, I take refuge in the Sangha. What does that mean? Well, to be a refugee means like having no homeland, having to give up the familiar ground that supports you, having that helpless feeling of your ego always trying to control, secure itself in the world. But you can't cling to any kind of security, like the Irish says. The only security is insecurity. So you can't try to pretend that somehow you're superior in your self-presentation. Everybody is suffering this. So when you give up that kind of shelter, at least psychologically, and you recognize the part of yourself that might be lonely, but you got to depend on yourself, then you understand the three refuges. I take refuge in the Buddha, meaning the enlightened qualities of your own mind. I take refuge in the Dharma. That means you can look at the way things are, the cosmic law, and align with that. You can trust that. And I take refuge in the Sangha, the company of people on the path, the fellowship with truth, the people who are striving, looking for the light, just like you are. Those things you can take refuge in. And if you do that, then you'll be able to understand the truth of and power of affirmation. First of all, to accept that Spirit is the indwelling center in every single person. And Spirit responds to you by bringing into your experience everything necessary for your unfolding, and helps you to bless yourself, and then through you as a channel to bless the whole world. So remember that whatever you give your thought to is what will come to the forefront of your experience. If you stay focused on it, you'll absolutely draw it to you like a magnet, attracting all your thinking, feeling, speaking, and acting. Remember that, and you deserve it. Attract yourself to the best.